Folks, we cut out there. As you can see, we don't have our GoPro up and running yet. So here's the beautiful Scaglietti Corvette. I like the name Scaglietti. Scaglione is my last name, so we're pretty close there. Italian design seems to be in the blood. So an absolutely gorgeous car. Moving on from there, we have the Motion Can-Am prototype Spider. Okay, in 1976, you could get a doggy-ass Corvette with 165 horsepower, or you could take your car, you could take your Vet over to Joel Rosen and boys over at Motion Performance, and they'll give you a 610 horsepower monster that looks like nothing else on the planet. A stunningly wild-looking car. Joe Rosen over there at Motion Performance is really, those guys were mad scientists. 610 horsepower from a 466 cubic inch engine in 1976, folks. That was probably one of the last Motion cars. Gorgeous car, I think. Moving on from there, we got the Callaway C12. Now, I've talked about Callaways quite often. I don't think I've ever introduced this one to a video, though. So heavily modified were the C5s during their conversion into C12s that when the C12s were brought into Europe, they were registered as Callaways, not Corvettes. So how cool is that? If you got one of these in Europe, it was actually called a Callaway and not a Corvette. A gorgeous car. Reeves did his magic. Another one of my Corvette heroes that I'm going to talk about when the time comes. So that's that. We can put that book over there. We dipped into the Corvette 50th anniversary really only with one, and it's a gorgeous car. A 1954 Micheletti Corvette. Okay, so it has the underpinnings. You can see the Blue Flame 6. It's got the chassis, the underpinnings, and the motor of a 1954 Corvette, but it's got a beautiful aluminum body fabricated in Italy by Micheletti. You can see that it's got the beautiful Corvette emblem in the middle of a gorgeous Nardi steering wheel, beautiful wood dash, a stunningly gorgeous car. Okay, moving on from there. Sorry I'm going so fast, but there's a lot to cover. Let's get over to our Keith Martin's Corvette Market. This was a magazine that came out for a few years. I have every one of them, so believe me, I'm going to be going through them. And there's the Rondine. Okay, the Rondine, yes, that was a Corvette as well. It was in 1963. It was a Pininfarina design, designed and built. It had a 327, 360 horsepower motor, which was top of the line, 4-speed, and a beautiful aluminum body. You could see it from the rear. A gorgeous car. I probably should have done this one under the market segment of $1 million Corvettes, because this one sold at auction for $1.8 million relatively recently. So another gorgeous car. American muscle with an Italian body, gorgeous. Moving on from there, we have the Greenwood GTO. So we're going to dip back into John Greenwood's massively weird creations. Actually, in this page, we have the Greenwood GTO, we have the Gulfstream GT90, we have the Rick Mears ZR1, and we have a Lingenfelter twin turbo. So we got a couple of cool ones here. Here's the Greenwood GTO. Here's the Rick Mears ZR1 edition of the Larry Shinoda Corvette. I'll get to that in a little more detail later. Here's the Gulfstream GS90, and here's a Lingenfelter twin turbo Corvette. So we have a couple of oddballs in that one. Okay, moving on from there. This was an interesting one, folks. It's only a small picture, but I thought you guys and gals would be interested in this one. It's a 1971 ZR2. I did a special on the ZR2 a little while ago, and it has no paint. Okay, right over here, if you can get a picture of that, you could get an option. So this fully optioned 71 features the $1,747 ZR2 package and the 0001XA paint delete option. A small number of customers ordered their cars this way and had them painted afterwards. This one's never been painted, so it's a spectacularly unique, obviously very expensive car. It's got the ZR1 package with the big block, which makes it a ZR2. Very unique car. Okay, moving right along here. Let's go to the Tiger Shark. The Tiger Shark was a very cool car. It was more than a body kit. These are beautiful illustrations by K. Scott Teeters. K. Scott Teeters is another one of my Corvette heroes. I can't wait to do that video because I got quite a few Corvette heroes. K. Scott Teeters has been working for Vet Magazine since 1976. Not only does he do these gorgeous illustrations, but he also does articles as well. The much modified mill generated an incredible 742 horsepower and 690 foot-pounds of torque. So this wasn't just a handsome Corvette. This thing was a barn burner as well. You can see it's got a different front, a different rear, much wider, awesome wheels, awesome hood. So the Tiger Shark was a cool one as well. And we're going to finish up with the Rick Mears Larry Shinoda C4. Okay, that's an actual C4 under there. I think that they did it in the early 90s, so I believe that's a 1990 Corvette under that gorgeous body kit. Rick Mears was an Indy 500 winner, I think multiple times, and I guess he lent his name to a Larry Shinoda designed C4. Larry Shinoda was actually the individual who designed well, there it is, the 63 split window. So Larry, I guess, got together and endorsed a vehicle with Rick Mears and Chevrolet and General Motors, and it's a gorgeous car. They're very rare. I've seen only one for sale in all these years, and I thought it was a little too expensive for me to pull the trigger, but let me tell you something, I'd love to have one. So there it is, folks. Some Oddball Corvettes. I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing the video, picking out the stuff, going through all my literature. It was a lot of fun, and I think the other ones are going to be fun as well. The concepts, prototypes, some of these things look like they came from Mars, and they're old, you know. But it's going to be fun, and then rear engine oddballs we're going to do as well. Folks, welcome to 2020. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you're enjoying these and getting a kick out of some of them. Have a great rest of your weekend, and thank you for watching Corvette Talk with Scags. Enjoy your plastic fantastics wherever you're at. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it.